Hey, fellow gamers, what's going on? It's B Chambers from Alloy7.com, and I want to talk to you about how to legally monetize your YouTube videos that are using copyrighted video game footage. So bottom line up front, I've spent the last several months compiling a list of publishers and developers that are known to allow video editors to publish YouTube videos using their copyrighted game footage and to also monetize those videos. So a few administrative notes before we jump into the list. I want to make sure that accuracy is at the forefront. So if you come across anything in this video now or even in months and years to come that you know is inaccurate because it's either just flat out wrong or because there's been an update, please be sure to put that in the comments section so that I can update both the YouTube site and the full list, which is posted at Alloy7.com, which will have a link in the video description for you to go to as well. Secondly, just to give you an idea of how I collected the information, I collected information directly from publisher websites. I collected information from other video editors who have compiled similar lists, and I've also reached out to several publishers via email, via Twitter, and even via YouTube to ask permission to publish videos using their copyrighted footage. So let's go ahead and jump into the list to help you guys get started monetizing your videos. All right, so I figured we'd kick off the list with the publishers that I reached out to directly that responded to me favorably, basically allowing me to monetize videos using copyrighted footage from their games. First in the chute, we've got Daedalus Studio, who in this case I reached out to via Twitter to ask for permission to monetize the video review that I did for their platform hack game. And in this case, they responded back to me via Twitter, said it was no problem that I could do so, just to be sure to mention Daedalus Studio in my video review, which we did, so we were good to go there. My recommendation with them, as you'll see, is going to kind of be the same recommendation that plays out through all the developers that I reached out to. My recommendation here is that you reach out to them directly before monetizing any video footage from their game, simply because I was not able to find a place online that grants the license that I asked for via email, via Twitter, via YouTube, and things of that nature. Next up, we've got Deep Silver. In this case, I asked them for permission to monetize footage for the video review that I had already done for Risen. And in this case, they responded back and said, yes, you can publish videos using video footage from Risen and Risen 2, and you can monetize those videos. So I thought that was pretty awesome. But again, I recommend that you reach out to them directly because I was not able to find any information on their website that gives that license. And for your own sake and for your own safety, it's always best to have that type of correspondence in writing. Next up was Nordic Games, who I reached out to specifically to ask for permission to monetize a video for a video review that I'm doing for Arcania Gothic 4. They responded back favorably as well and said, yes, you can monetize this video, but that if I wanted to monetize any of the other games shown on their website, that I should contact them on a game-by-game basis because some of the ownership rights there get a little bit funky. For example, they are partnered with Runic Games, who does the Torchlight and Torchlight 2 games, and also Remedy Games, who you'll hear about both of those publishers here later in this video, who do Alan Wake. But again, recommendation here is that you reach out to them directly to get permission because, like the others, I did not find anything on their website that gives you a license to monetize videos using their copyrighted footage. Next up, we've got Runic Games, and as I said, they did Torchlight and Torchlight 2. And the email I got back from them was actually pretty awesome. It was basically a one-liner from somebody on their staff that said, hell yeah, dude, go for it. So that was pretty cool. But again, like with the other publishers we've mentioned, make sure you reach out to them personally so that you can get that in writing. And last, for the publishers that I reached out to and got a favorable response from, we've got Valorware. And this is a lesser-known publisher who I was playing a game on my Android phone called Ninth Dawn, which is kind of an open world top-down RPG, and I figured, okay, I'm playing this game, maybe I'll do a video review for it at some point. So I reached out to them and said, hey, and I actually reached out to them via YouTube and said, hey, can I use footage from this game in a video review that I may be doing in the future? And they said, yep, no problem, go for it. But again, like with the other publishers, recommend that you reach out to them directly before you publish any content with their video footage, and especially before you monetize any videos, just so that you have it in writing. Next up, we'll be going into the publishers who actually post information about monetizing videos on their websites. Okay, so next in the chute, we've got Frictional Games, which are mostly known for survival horror games like Penumbra and Amnesia, and they provide permission to monetize videos actually on their message forms. The link to that is on the alloy7.com full list, which is posted down in the video description below. Next, we have a publisher that everybody should be familiar with, which I believe is pronounced Mojang. I could be wrong there, but the bottom line is these are the folks that bring us Minecraft. They allow monetization contingent upon you, the editor, adding your own original content to the video. For example, audio commentary like I'm adding to this video. Again, their information is on their website in their terms and conditions section, and you can see also the total library of their games posted on the alloy7.com list. Next, we have Paradox Interactive, which are known for the League of Legends. And they also provide the information that allows folks to monetize video footage from their games on the website. But you have to make it clear that the game copyright is owned by Paradox Interactive. So make sure you make note of that if you are going to do anything with League of Legends. Next, we've got Robot Entertainment, who I believe are known for the Orcs Must Die series, also Age of Empires Online. And they also provide permission on their website. Next, we have Team Chucklefish, which is a publisher that I'm personally excited about because they're getting ready to release a game called Starbound. And they've also already, I think it's already come out, released a game called Stardew Valley. They provide permission to monetize YouTube videos, and the permission is actually posted on the FAQ sections of the websites for their individual games. So in this case, on the Starbound website FAQ section and on the Stardew Valley FAQ section. Strangely enough, they also are the folks that produce Wanderlust, and that site actually does give permission to use video footage, but not to monetize it. So be careful there. If you're going to try to do something with Wanderlust, I would reach out to them directly just to be on the safe side. Next up, another publisher that I'm really excited about, which is Trion Worlds, which you may know them for the Rift game, but they also are producing a new MMO that's coming to Xbox 360, PC, and PlayStation 3, which is called Defiance. They provide permission on their website in their terms of use section to monetize videos using footage from their games. Now, keep in mind, they also add restrictions that there's certain criteria that you have to meet in order to monetize the video. So be sure to read their terms of use to make sure that you've got all your bases covered in that arena. And lastly, for the publishers in this category, we've got Tripwire Interactive, which also permits video monetization ability, but also with restrictions. So be sure to read their policy section, which is where they publish the information that allows you to monetize video footage from their games. And they're known for Red Orchestra, Rising Storm, The Killing Floor, Xenoclash, The Ball, games such as that. So lastly, I'm going to get into a couple honorable mentions, and then I'll give you the list of publishers that I've reached out to and have not yet gotten a response. Okay, so I want to give a couple honorable mentions to some other publishers that I reached out to. This first one is one that I'm really excited about, one that I'm keeping my fingers crossed that will be able to work something out, and that is Gaijin Works. And if you're not familiar with Gaijin Works, they are actually what was formerly Working Designs. So if you're a fan of the Lunar series or any of the games that Working Designs brought back during the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 days, you'll know what I'm talking about. So in this particular case, I contacted the PR lead from Gaijin Works partner, which is Monkey Paw Games, specifically to request permission to make a video about Lunar Silver Star Story Complete, which if any of you guys have been following what I've been doing in recent weeks. I've been playing that for a video review, and I also asked for permission to monetize that video. And awesomely enough, the PR lead did get back to me very quickly, I might add, to let me know that he forwarded my email directly to Gaijin Works and to expect a response from them. So I am expecting hopefully some positive response from Gaijin Works, that we can work something out where I can publish a video, but also monetize it, because that's how we keep the lights on here at Alloy 7. Secondly, I reached out to NIS America, or NISA, Nipponichi. For those of you guys that are familiar, they do a lot of tactical and kind of retro style throwback RPGs. I actually contacted them yesterday, which was the 28th of February, and got a response back actually while I was writing this article on the 1st of March, letting me know that my request to monetize videos had been sent to their marketing department. So again, hoping for a positive response there, and I will update the main website full list once I have more information to give you guys, as long as it's legally, as long as I'm legally able to do so. And so what I mean by that is, a lot of times when these folks send emails, they're confidential. So there's parts of the email that I may not be able to share, but hopefully it'll be open. I'll be able to give you guys the skinny. The last two honorable mentions are Bethesda, Softworks, and Codemasters. Interestingly enough, I got responses back from both. I thought both were going to be a long shot. In this case, Bethesda basically told me that they do not grant explicit permission to use footage. They definitely do not allow footage for commercial use, so you cannot monetize any of your Oblivion, Skyrim, Dishonored, any of the footage from their games. You cannot monetize, but they did say in the email that they generally do not mind fan videos using footage, as long as the footage has been taken from legal copies, and that, again, the videos aren't being used for profit. Lastly, with Codemasters, they were pretty much the same as Bethesda. They said that I could use, but in this case, they do grant permission to use video footage from Codemasters games. So you'll also be seeing a review coming out from me this weekend, look back into Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. But in this case, I will not be able to monetize the video because they do not grant permission to monetize. And lastly here, I just want to wrap up with the other publishers that I've reached out to but have not gotten a response yet. Again, I will update the main site once I have this information, and probably post a note here just to let you guys know that it's updated. In this case, I've reached out to Atlas. Everyone should be pretty much familiar with them. I've also reached out to Focus Home Interactive. They are the ones who, if you were reading RPG Fan and some of the other RPG-centric websites yesterday, who announced they're bringing a game called Bound by Flame that'll hopefully be out by the end of this year. Also reached out to Hothead Games, which have Death Spank, but they've pretty much exclusively gone into the mobile realm. Haven't heard anything about monetization or even use rights there. I reached out to Kemco, Namco Bandai, Natsume, Remedy Games, which has Alan Wake, and also Tecmo Koei. So that does it for the list as far as what I know today. Again, I ask that you guys please chime in if there's anything I've said here that's out of sorts or that's incorrect. Please feel free to correct it so that we can get it right for everybody that's viewing it, so we can keep everybody doing the right thing, keeping your channel safe, but also respecting the wishes of the folks that own the copyrights. Also, if there are publishers that you're aware of that did not make my list that allow for publishing videos, using their content, and monetizing those videos, please feel free to leave some commentary here, but also link to the source where you got the information so that we can verify it before we put it up on the website. Again, going back to the issues with accuracy that we discussed in the beginning of the video. And to wrap up, finally, I just want to say thank you to the publishers who have taken time out to engage with me directly. Much love, much respect to you guys for reaching out, whether favorable or the folks that even told me that I could monetize. I really appreciate the publishers reaching out to get me that information, and especially with such quick turnarounds. And also a special shout out to the Motley Brit from a website called, I believe it's pronounced Yogscast. But the Motley Brit was the person who originally compiled several of the publishers that are on this list. I found information on the Yogscast website posted by the Motley Brit. He actually had an online Google spreadsheet that had a lot of this information there. So if you're out there, Motley Brit, much love. Many thanks for putting the list together. I have linked the Alloy 7 website to the website where you post the original information, just to give credit where credit is due. And fellow gamers, once again, this is B Chambers from alloy7.com. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. And I look forward to the future conversations that this video will lead to. Godspeed.
Alloy 7.